The GOAT debate between Michael Jordan and LeBron James has always been intense, but today, it's no longer just about numbers, it's personal. For years, fans have sensed a silent tension between Jordan and LeBron, subtle reactions, dismissive quotes, and that undeniable feeling that the old-school legends don't fully embrace King James. Now, the truth is finally clear, and it explains not only why Michael Jordan is hesitant to acknowledge LeBron, but why so many NBA legends quietly and sometimes openly disapprove of him. Today we're diving deep into the real reasons why LeBron James is one of the most respected athletes in history, but also one of the most disliked, especially among NBA players themselves, both former and current. It all started in 2016. LeBron had just completed one of the greatest comebacks in NBA history, leading the Cavaliers back from a 3-1 deficit against the Golden State Warriors. It was a historic moment. Emotions were high, but then, during an interview, LeBron declared something that changed everything. He said,
I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
In that moment, LeBron didn't just enter the GOAT conversation, he declared it over. According to many NBA legends, that was a line you simply don't cross. Greatness, they argue, is not something you can declare about yourself. It has to be given to you by the game, by history, and by the players who came before you. Michael Jordan has never, not once, called himself the greatest. Even when asked directly, Jordan always deflects and gives respect to those who came before him, so when he heard LeBron's statement, his reaction said everything. Jordan didn't attack him, he just smiled, smirked, and said, that response from Jordan wasn't just disagreement, it was subtle disapproval. To understand why this moment was so controversial, you have to understand the difference in mindset between old-school players and modern stars. Legends like Jordan, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Larry Bird all share the same belief. Greatness is never self-proclaimed. Magic Johnson once said in an interview, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar commented that calling yourself the greatest shows a lack of respect for those who paved the way. These players built dynasties, stayed loyal to their franchises, and let their performances shape their legacy, not their words. In their eyes, LeBron skipped a step. He crowned himself before the basketball world had come to a final conclusion. Long before LeBron won championships, he was already calling himself King James. As a teenager in high school, he tattooed the words "Chosen One" across his back. Most NBA legends earned their nicknames through years of dominance. Michael Jordan didn't invent Air Jordan. Kobe didn't call himself the Black Mamba until after he was already a proven killer on the court. But LeBron walked into the league not just with hype, but with a self-imposed title. To older players, this wasn't confidence, it was entitlement. In 2010, everything changed. LeBron appeared on live television in front of millions to announce what team he would play for next. The special was called The Decision. Instead of quietly signing with Miami, LeBron turned it into a production. And with one sentence, "I'm going to take my talents to South Beach," he transformed from hometown hero to national villain almost instantly. Fans felt betrayed. Jerseys were burned in the streets of Cleveland. Even NBA legends criticized the move. Charles Barkley called it a punk move. Michael Jordan said, "I would never have called Magic and Bird to say let's play together." The entire old-school generation believed LeBron wasn't trying to beat the best. He was trying to join them. To make matters worse, the Miami Heat held a welcome party before any games were played. LeBron stood on stage with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh and began counting championships before winning even one. He said, "Not one, not two, not three, not four." At that moment, the image of LeBron changed from prodigy to arrogant superstar. Jordan, Kobe, Bird, and Magic are all remembered not only for what they won, but how they won. They stayed loyal, built through adversity, and overcame challenges without creating all-star super teams around themselves. LeBron, on the other hand, has often been seen as the general manager of his own teams, hand-picking teammates and demanding trades, and when things don't work, he publicly blames the roster. Former player and analyst Charles Barkley said, "He don't want to compete. He wants all the good players." Players from LeBron's era have also criticized this approach. Paul Pierce famously said LeBron tried to stack the deck instead of conquering teams as the underdog. Even some of LeBron's own former teammates suggest he creates pressure-filled locker room environments and controls organizational decisions more than any other player in NBA history. One of the biggest criticisms of LeBron is that he is obsessed with controlling his image. The Jordan Crawford dunk incident is a perfect example. During a private pickup game at LeBron's own basketball camp, a young college player dunked on him instead of shrugging it off. Nike officials allegedly confiscated all videotapes to protect LeBron's image. The internet exploded with claims that LeBron couldn't handle embarrassment. To legends like Jordan, that was proof that LeBron didn't want to look human, that he would rather erase a moment than accept it. Here's what's fascinating. LeBron James might be one of the greatest players to ever live, but he is also one of the most polarizing. A 2022 study that tracked negative tweets found that LeBron James was the most hated NBA player in America, far ahead of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. Why? Because LeBron doesn't just play the game, he controls the narrative around the game, and that makes people uncomfortable. Even if LeBron ties or passes Jordan in championships, there's a deeper issue. Jordan was more than a champion. He was a global icon who transformed the NBA into an international phenomenon. LeBron has global influence too, but he also has vocal critics at every step of his journey. Unlike Michael Jordan, who never had to explain his greatness, LeBron seems to feel the need to remind people of his status constantly. And that leads us to the final controversy, involving his own son. Recently, a media feud erupted between LeBron James and sports commentator Stephen A. Smith. The argument wasn't about LeBron, it was about his son, Bronny James, entering the NBA. Stephen A. questioned whether Bronny would have made it to the league if his name wasn't James. He praised Bronny's work ethic but said his numbers weren't NBA ready. LeBron didn't hold back. He called out Stephen A. publicly and accused him of disrespecting his family. Stephen A. responded by saying, "Oh, LeBron James is full of it." He claimed LeBron tries to control the narrative anytime someone offers even fair criticism. This isn't just a media disagreement. It reflects the core issue that so many players have with LeBron, that he expects not only respect, but protection from criticism, something Jordan never asked for. So here's the truth. LeBron James is one of the greatest players in NBA history. His longevity, his stats, his championships, and his impact on and off the court are undeniable. But greatness is not just about what you achieve, it's about how you achieve it. Michael Jordan never told the world he was the greatest. The world told him. LeBron James has spent his entire career chasing the ghost in Chicago. But maybe that's the problem. Because while Jordan was obsessed with winning, LeBron has been equally obsessed with being acknowledged. So I ask you, is LeBron James the greatest of all time, or is he simply the most powerful player in a league full of legends who never needed to crown themselves? Let me know what you think.